Hello everyone, welcome back to third lecture of Analog and Digital Systems course. In this lecture, we will cover other transistor biasing circuits which were not covered in the previous lecture, such as emitter stabilized bias circuit and voltage divider bias circuit. We will discuss about emitter stabilized bias circuit. Circuit for this biasing is this. In this, RB is base resistor, RC is collector resistor, RE is emitter resistor, VCC is a DC bias source. To get the value of IC and VCE, we have to analyze this circuit. For the analysis, apply KVL to the input as well as to the output circuit. Now first apply KVL to the input circuit. Now when we apply KVL, we will get VCC minus IBRB minus VBE minus IERE is equal to 0, or IE is equal to IB plus IC, or it is beta plus 1 into IB, as IC is equal to beta IB. Now in this equation 1, put this value of IE. When we put this value of IE, we will get value of IB is equal to VCC minus VBE divided by RB plus beta plus 1 RE. This is value of base current. By using this value of base current, we can compute IC in the output circuit by using this relation IC is equal to beta IB. Now apply KVL to the output circuit to get the value of VCE. Output circuit is this. When we apply KVL, then we would get VCC minus ICRC minus VCE minus IERE is equal to 0, or IE is equal to IB plus IC. Here we can see IB has very small value as compared to IC. That's why we can neglect it. Then IE would be approximately equal to IC. In this second equation 2, take IE approximately equal to IC. When we take it, then we would get value of VCE is equal to VCC minus IC into RC plus RE. In this way, we can find value of VCE and IC in this particular bias circuit. Now come to transistor saturation current. For the transistor saturation current, in this equation 3, put VCE is equal to 0 volt. When we take VC is equal to 0, then we would get IC saturation will be VCC divided by RC plus RE. This is the saturation current. For linear amplification, this value of collector current, which we have already found, this value IC must be less than IC saturation. Otherwise, transistor goes into the saturation. Now advantages and disadvantages of this circuit. First one is advantage. It provides some stabilization of operating point. Now question is how it provides stabilization of operating point. You can see in this figure, if temperature increases, ICBO increases. Due to the increase in ICBO, ICEO increases. Due to this ICEO, IC collector current will increase. Due to the increase in collector current, emitter current would also increase. Due to this increase in emitter current, IERE, that is voltage across the emitter, that is VE denoted by VE, would also increase. How it increases? As we found in the analysis of this particular bias circuit, IB is equal to VCC minus VBE minus IERE divided by RB. This equation, when this increases. Now come to the advantage and disadvantage of this particular type of biasing circuit. First one is advantage. This circuit provides some stabilization of operating point. Now question is how this circuit provides some stabilization of operating point. We can explain by using this figure. In this figure you can see if temperature increases, with the rise in temperature reverse saturation current, that is ICBO, as it is greatly affected by the temperature, it will also increase. Due to the increase in ICEO, this is also a reverse saturation current in common emitter configuration, it would also rise. Due to rise in ICEO, collector current also rises. Due to the rise in collector current, emitter current is also increases. Due to this increase, IERE will also increase. Due to the increase in this voltage, IB decreases. How IB decreases with the increase in this? As we had already found in the analysis of this particular bias circuit, when we had applied KVL to the input circuit, we got IB is equal to VCC minus VBE minus IERE divided by RB. You can see from this equation, as this factor IERE increases, due to this increase, IB will decrease. It means collector current that was increased by the temperature was decreased in this way. It means it will provide some stabilization of operating point, or we can say the increase in collector current due to temperature will be compensated by the decrease in base current in this way. Now come to the disadvantage. In this particular type of biasing circuit require more component as compared to collector feedback bias circuit. Collector feedback we had discussed in the lecture 2. As compared to this type of biasing circuit, this emitter stabilized require more components. Now come to voltage divider bias circuit. In this biasing circuit, voltage VCC is divided into the two resistors. You can see in this circuit. In this figure, R1 and R2, two resistors are used, across which VCC is divided. That's why it is known as voltage divider bias circuit. Other name for this bias circuit is self-bias circuit. In this circuit, you can see this current I1 flow through the resistor R1. At this node, it is divided into two parts. One is I2 and this is IB. We have to consider two cases. First case is IB can be less than I2 or IB can be greater than I2. If IB is very less in comparison to I2, then we will neglect IB, base current, in comparison to I2. In that condition, I1, same current would flow through the resistor R2. This is the approximate analysis. For the approximate analysis, this is the one condition which must be satisfied. Beta RE must be greater than 10 times of this resistor value. You can say base input resistance beta RE, if it has a greater value, then base current would have a small value in comparison to I2. For the approximate analysis, voltage across R2, as same current I1 flow through this resistor, it means these two are in series. In voltage series divider rule, as per this voltage series divider rule, V2 will be VCC into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Now apply KVL in this circuit. V2 is equal to VBE plus IERE, or from this equation 1 you can compute value of IE, that will be V2 minus VBE over RE, or IE is approximately equal to IC. In this way we can compute value of IC by using this method. Now apply KVL to the output circuit. Output circuit is same as we had taken in the last slides. In this when we apply KVL, then we would get VCC minus ICRC minus VCE minus IERE is equal to 0. From this equation 2, find the value of VCE. IE is equal to IC, approximately equal to IC. Then VCE will be VCC minus IC into RC plus RE. In this way we can compute value of VCE and collector current for this particular type of bias circuit under this condition. Now come to the under this condition. Come to the transistor saturation current. Now for the saturation current, same, put VCE is equal to 0 in this equation 3. When we put VCE means short circuit between collector and emitter, then IC saturation would be VCC divided by RC plus RE. This is the saturated value of collector current, below which this collector current must be maintained, or we can say collector current which would flow in the circuit due to bias battery must be less than saturated value of collector current for linear amplification. Now next case is whenever IB is greater than I2, then we would get a accurate analysis. For the accurate analysis, apply Thevenin theorem to the left of these terminals AB. When we apply Thevenin to these terminals, we would get value of Thevenin voltage VTH, that would be voltage across these terminal R2 resistor, or it will be VCC into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Thevenin resistance will be R1 parallel to R2 resistor, that is R1 R2 over R1 plus R2. Now redraw this circuit by using this Thevenin voltage and Thevenin resistance. Then circuit would be like this. This is the RTH resistance, Thevenin resistance, VTH source, and transistor is connected in this way. Then RE resistor is used here, RC resistor, then VCC voltage. Now apply KVL to this circuit. Through this resistance, Thevenin resistance, IB base current would flow. Apply KVL. When we apply KVL, we would get VTH minus IB into RTH minus VBE minus IERE is equal to 0. Or put IE is equal to beta plus 1 into IB. When you put this, VTH minus IB RTH minus VBE minus beta plus 1 into IB is equal to 0. You can compute value of IB, that would be VTH minus VBE divided by RTH plus beta plus 1 into RE. This is the base current. By using this base current, we can compute value of IC, that is beta IB. By using this relation, we can compute value of collector current. Now to get the value of VCE, apply KVL to the output circuit, same as we found in the approximate analysis. Same value of VCE. VCE would be VCC minus IC into RC plus RE. Same as that as we had discussed in the approximate analysis of this particular bias circuit. Now in this way we can compute accurate value of VCE and accurate value of collector current that would flow in this particular biasing circuit. Now next is advantages and disadvantages. Advantages, it is more stable operating point. It is a universal biasing circuit, that's why it gives more stability against the variation in beta of transistor or against the temperature. Beta of the transistor means if we replace a transistor by another transistor of same type, beta changes, but that change would not affect the analysis of this circuit, would not affect the collector current which flow in this bias circuit. Disadvantage is it require more components than the other biasing circuits. These are the advantages and disadvantages of this biasing circuit. Now solve this example. Find the accurate value of collector current and collector emitter voltage for the voltage divider bias circuit. Circuit in this example, you will take this circuit RE, that is 1 kilo ohm, RC, that is 5 kilo ohm, VCC, that is 12 volt, which is connected to R1 and R2 resistors. Through this, R1 resistor is 40 kilo ohm, R2 is 5 kilo ohm, This is the voltage divider bias circuit. In this circuit, you have to find accurate value of collector current and collector emitter voltage. Take VBE 0.3 volt. For the accurate value of collector current, you will do accurate analysis. When you do accurate analysis, first get the value of VTH, that is VCC into R2 over R1 plus R2. When you put all the values, all given values, you will get VTH is equal to 1.3 volt, or RTH will be R1 parallel to R2. When you solve it, you will get 4.44 kilo ohm RTH. Now calculate value of IB by using this formula, VTH minus VBE divided by RTH plus beta plus 1 RE. This formula we already found in the accurate analysis of voltage divider bias circuit. When you use this relation, you will get by putting all the values of VTH, VBE, RTH, RE, beta. Beta for this circuit is 60. By putting all these values, you will get value of IB is equal to 15.52 microampere, or IC will be beta IB. When you put value of beta and IB in this relation, you will get 0.93 milliampere IC value. Now for the value of VCE is equal to, as we know, VCC minus IC into RC plus RE. By putting all the values of VCC, IC, RC, RE, you will get VCE is equal to 6.42 volt. In this way, you can compute accurate value of collector current and collector emitter voltage. These are the references which I used to make video lecture of this particular topic. First one is Bolistad, second one is N.N. Bhargava. Even for more details, you can also refer these books. Thank you.